Looking back, I've made a huge change in myself. Stay tuned. So, I just got finished taking a trip down my memory lane in my computer. So, I watched mostly all of the videos that I've done since I've had this computer. And I think back to the very first time I made a video. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. It took me all day. When I say all day, it took me 8 hours plus to make one video for YouTube. It was ridiculous, but that was my starting point. That's where I had to start from. And honestly, I don't even know why it took me 8 hours to make a video, because I've been on stages before singing. I've been out in the public before so many times. I've tried out for American Idol and I sung in front of thousands of people. So I don't know, I guess because I haven't done it in a while, you know, I had to warm myself back up. It's just like, alright, it's just like you're going to the pool. Alright, first, you know the water's cold, so you finally inch in the pool. But let's say you at a pool party and you know they got food and stuff, so you finally get out of the pool to go get some food, you know, you dry off, you chill, whatever, and then you want to get back in the pool. You try to get back in the pool, it's the same concept. You gotta warm yourself back up to it. To get back in the pool. You're not just gonna jump. Some people might just jump in it, but it's going to be cold. So it was kind of like that, you know. I had to warm myself back up to being in the spotlight, being in the light, being in front of people, presenting myself. But I remember that day so very well. You know, I was just starting to learn how to use this Mac computer and I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was doing my very best that I knew how to do. And I finally made a video, and like I said, it took me all day to make the video, all day. But I sat there and I watched the rest of, you know, my videos over these last 3 years, and when I tell you, I challenge you, take a trip to like my very first YouTube video. Well, not the very first, but you know, a couple after that. Take a trip down my YouTube videos and just watch my progress of like the first to like now. It's totally different. Now I have intros, outros. At first I didn't. You know, if you look at the older videos, I'm not talking to you like this. A lot of my older videos, I wasn't even on the camera. I was just taking shots of everything and I'm talking in the background. I wasn't talking like this. I was nervous. I was all types of stuff. But me, I pushed myself out of that box, because let me go back. When I was working a job, I was literally in a box. I didn't realize that I had so much talent while I was working there. My creativity was always inside of me, but I never knew it was. Like for instance, I got into nails, hair, and makeup. I was in a little bit of, you know, nails while I was still working, but it's like when I left, it expanded. Like me, I probably would have never imagined me having all of this nail polish you see behind me. In my room, I have lots and lots of hair products and stuff like that. There was no thinking outside of the box. When your supervisor came to you and said that they wanted something done, they wanted something done. Like I had this huge issue with my supervisor on numerous of times, but this one thing I was learning how to do, to input something in the data or some crap I was doing, and she had developed her own way. But after she showed me how to do it, I developed my own way, and she used to get so mad at me because I wouldn't do it her way. And I was just like, you know, as long as the stuff gets done, it shouldn't matter. But she just got so mad because I was developing my own way of doing stuff, but you know, the end result was the same result that she was getting when I was doing it. So I just was like, wow, this is retarded. And this is just, when you work in a job, you know, they want you in a certain uniform way. You know, they want you to sit up with your back straight, and you know, they want everybody to be the same. It's like droids, people that everybody that just walk around and, you know, they're just focused, like tunnel vision, like it's not expanded at all. They just want you to follow a simple way. And I've always been like rebellious. In school, I always talked. They always called my father to come up to the school and beat me because I was not paying attention. I daydreamed like crazy all the time because the stuff that they was teaching was stupid. I couldn't get with it. My grades weren't good, but whatever the case may be, just saying, like, from school to work, you know, basically school, they're teaching you how to be uniform. You know, elementary school for me, I wore uniforms. Middle school, did I wear uniforms? I'm not even sure no, I didn't wear uniforms in middle school until 8th grade. Then they tried to enforce uniforms my last year. High school, I didn't wear uniforms until my last year. And then 12th grade, I had a half a day, so I wouldn't even wear the uniform. I would wear my daggone regular clothes, and then 10:50 a.m. I was out the door. But just saying, like, you know, they want you to be uniformed, and if you are raised that whole time from childhood to basically adulthood that this is the way stuff is and you either take it or you leave it, like, that's just how it is. And when I left my job, I was still in that employee mindset, like, like when I left, I was so confused. I didn't know what the hell to do. I was lost until I found myself reading books, listening to audios, listening to people that are where I wanted to go, where I wanted to be. Stuff like that helped me shift my mind from just straight on, like, do what I say now. And after I got my mind straight, I started to expand stuff. I realized that, you know, I really had a passion for creativity. I like creating stuff, and I like creating banners and blogs and graphics and editing photos. I even like doing iMovie videos and stuff. So just expanding yourself and just doing something different, like, just not the norm. The norm sucks, and those are average people. And when I left, I was lost and confused because, you know, I was so used to doing something a certain way until I left, and it was like, wow, I really am by myself. And I had to figure out, I had to trust in me, and I had to trust in the people that I wanted to be and where I wanted to go to help guide me mentally and physically to where I needed to go. So that's my journey. And my YouTube videos, it shows my progress. It shows how, you know, I wasn't consistent. I wasn't making videos every day. I wasn't reading every day. Like I said in one of my videos, I was reading a book. I may have read maybe 20 pages, and then that book got pushed on the shelf somewhere, and then, you know, I might have watched a video or something, they referenced that book, and I'm like, oh, I have that book, let me go back and read it. But I wasn't consistent. I wasn't doing it every day. And like I said, you have to do stuff every single day to get a great result. If you don't, you can't just what is it good at? You can't just read a book one day, read 2 pages, and then maybe the next day you don't read, and then the following day you pick up the book and you only read 5 pages, and then you put the book on the shelf and you don't get back to it until next week. You can't do that. You're not being consistent. When you learn it from it, for real, you're not going to really remember what you read unless it was intriguing for you to just remember what you was reading. So being consistent that was a huge problem for me. I think back to, like, work. I'm relating back to work because it's so relevant to pretty much everybody. Everybody has a job. Everybody that I'm talking to has a job, or, you know, want to get out of that, was in that same situation that I was in. And it's just crazy, like, with my leave was some shit. I hated going to work. I made up every excuse in a book to not go to work because I just hated it. I couldn't stand the people that I work with. To me, it seemed like I worked with a bunch of bitchy ass women that, you know, it felt like I was in high school all over again. And last time I checked, I did get my diploma, so I was like, I know I'm not in high school, but it's just that atmosphere. You know, I worked with a bunch of women, and women chit chat and they argue and this and that, and I'm only, how old was I? I was 16 when I started working there at my previous job. To bring this video to a close, because I know it is kind of lengthy, basically just what I wanted to say is I've noticed so much growth with me, just Alicia, over these last couple of years after I left my job. I don't think I would have had the courage to do probably all of the stuff I've done. I've taken so many risks. Most people would be like, what? You did that? Yeah, I did that. I did that thing. But like I said, I don't think I would have actually jumped out of my box if I was still there, because the atmosphere was so confined. It would have taken me so much longer to get out of that box. I feel like I was climbing out of the box, but once I left, it forced me out. Like, I just got pushed out. And I'm so grateful that, you know, I decided to take a risk. I've taken so many risks in my life, but as I look back on the risks that I've taken, they all had greater rewards at the end. So like I said, that's all I want to talk to you all about in this video. I'm just so proud of myself for, you know, stepping out of the box, taking a risk most people wouldn't even do. But that's it. That's all. Remember, I challenge you to go back through my YouTube channel and look at all the videos that I have. Look at the way they were edited. Look at how I was talking. Look at how I was dressed. Just look at it all. Look at it all, and just comment on this video and let me know what you see differently, you know, things that, you know, that I didn't do that I do now. So I'm wrapping this video up. I hope you all have a great day. Be productive. Do something today that your future self will thank you for in the future. You all have an amazing day, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye.